Good morning everybody and happy Tuesday. So today we are going to be making homemade pizza. We're going to be making Hawaiian, which will be delicious and your kids are going to just absolutely love it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get started is we're going to get mixing up the dough and letting that rise. Okay, so we are going to be making our pizza dough now. So now we have our bowl, and the first thing we're going to do is, so here is our quick rise yeast. And so in our bowl, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. And we are going to add 1/2 cup of lukewarm water. I'm actually doubling my recipe, so don't copy this part, just do half. So there's half. And we are going to do a teaspoon of salt. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna mix this up and we'll be right back. Okay, so now we're back. So this is all mixed up. So the oil, the water, and the salt. So now we are using quick rise. So quick rise doesn't have to go into sugar and water and let sit for 10 minutes. This one we can add right to the dry. So we're gonna add this. You can add your 1 envelope. And what I'm doing is I am adding, like I said, I'm doubling my recipe. So, and that's 4.5. So just take that, mix it in. And now we're gonna add this to the lukewarm water. So we will be right back. Okay, so now we're just gonna dump all that flour in there, and we're probably gonna need more. The recipe calls for 1 1/4 cups, but I think I find when I do this at home that it is more. So you can see that how that color is, that's because that yeast is in there. So now I'm just gonna reach over here and I am going to grab some more flour. And what you're looking for, see it's already quite, see how it's coming together and coming away from the bowl? You're nearly ready to knead it with your hands. So I'm just gonna mix this a little bit more and we'll be right back and I'll show you how I knead the dough. Okay, so we're back and there is our dough. We have to add, I just sometimes use my fist, it depends on your bowl, how much pizza dough you're making. Okay, add a little bit more flour. And what you're doing, ladies, is you are working in the flour. So I'm gonna keep doing this, and when we get back here, I'll show you what your dough should look like. And you see, it's coming away from the bowl and it's not very sticky, so you don't have to knead it very long. It literally takes 5 minutes to do pizza dough, so we'll be right back. Okay, so now here's my dough. I'm just gonna finish. See, it's not sticky, it feels good. You can just finish with a little bit of flour. Use the palm of your hand. Okay. And then all I do is shape it into a bowl, into a bowl.
A ball?
A ball. Yes, thank you, Caitlin, my trusty helper.
You're welcome.
So now, a little bit of oil in here. You don't need too much. See, I just have a little bit in there. And you don't even need to put your hand in there. All I do is get my dough, put it in there, rub it around a little bit. And now we're gonna cover that and we're gonna let it sit for 45 minutes. Okay, so we're back. So now our dough is gonna rise for 45 minutes. So in that time, you can get your ham cut up, open up your pizza sauce, open up your pineapple, and then just turn it upside down with the lid on and then let it drain in the sink. That one doesn't apply to us. And then shred your cheese. You'll have a 1/2 block, so shred that. You'll have everything ready, so when your dough is ready, you will be ready to put it together and throw it in the oven. So in about 10 minutes, turn your oven on to 400 and you can just let it preheat. Okay, so here we are 45 minutes later and our dough has risen quite nicely. as you can see. And in the 45 minutes, I have chopped up the ham, I have drained the pineapple, I've got the pizza sauce ready, and I've done all my dishes. So now I'm still working with a clean kitchen. So now this goes off, and what I'm gonna do is, because I've doubled my recipe, I'm gonna split mine in half. And what you wanna do, take it, and you know what this does? It takes the air bubbles out. Takes the air bubbles out. Okay, so now that's ready to go. Okay, here's my pizza pan, and you have a foil one that I've supplied you with. So if you don't have cooking spray, just use oil. Just put a little bit on paper towel, and then you can coat the whole thing, because you don't want your pizza dough to stick. So there we go. Pan is ready, and then there's my dough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stretch it out in the pan, and then I'll show you what that looks like when we come right back. Okay, we're back. So this is my homemade dough, and now it is stretched out in the pan. So now get your pizza sauce. And it depends on how much you like. Some people like a lot. I do not, so I actually never ever use this whole can. But just spread it around with a spoon. Spread it around with a spoon. Okay, and then we'll be right back, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so now our pizza dough is ready. We've got our pizza sauce on there. So what I do is I'll grab a handful, and just for the bottom, grab a little bit more. Okay, and my ham is cut up, so just sprinkle that on there. Just try to get it evenly all over, around the edges. Okay. And now I'm gonna do the pineapple, and after that we're gonna top it with the rest of the cheese, so we'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, and now our toppings are on, and now, so just try to get your cheese evenly all over the place. I always kind of start with the edge. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. And your pizza is ready to go in the oven. So I'm gonna do the same thing with this one, the second one that I've made. This is Italian sausage, mushroom, peppers, and onion. So I'm gonna put the cheese on there. We'll be right back, and we'll put them in the oven. Okay, we're back, and our pizzas are ready to go in the oven. So here goes the Hawaiian. So I'm gonna put that one on top, and then the rack is below. So, and I'm gonna switch these out probably about halfway. So that one goes to the side, that one goes to the side. And normally if you're just cooking one, just cook it for 30 minutes. So I'm gonna put the timer on for 30 minutes, but I'll check it at 15. So we'll be back in 15 minutes to check these and probably switch them around and see how everything's going. So it's been 15 minutes, and as you can see, our pizzas are doing lovely. You can see around there it's getting a little bit brown. So I'm gonna set this one here, move this one down here, and then we're gonna put it back in for another 15 minutes. So I'll see you back in 15 minutes. Okay, pizza's done. I'm gonna shut the oven off.
It smells delicious, Terry.
Okay, ladies, see, so here's your Hawaiian. That's what yours should look too. See, the crust looks all beautiful. And here's the second one that I made. And that one looks gorgeous too. So there you go, ladies. And you know what? You can change up any toppings that you want, any favorites of your kids, for yourselves, and you can see how easy it is to make. So enjoy your fresh homemade pizza.